Hey guys, what's going on? DeltaBot here, and today we are going to be doing the inaugural episode of Does It Drift? And it's a show where I want to just choose random cars, or you guys choose random cars, and I take them out and see if they will drift. And I will admit first off that I'm sort of phoning it in with this car. It's the Lexus ISF, and to be honest, I fully expect this car to drift. And today will also be the first day you see me tuning a car in a style that I have learned, I guess I would say, for more tandem style drifting, because I really want this to I'm gonna sort of make a balance between the two, but I want this to be a good all-around car, but also I can use it in tandem. So really it's something that I've been working on over the past couple weeks, and this will be the first time you see it come to fruition. Now, with this car and with this project and with these videos, I really want to just have fun and make ridiculous cars. This one, not so much, obviously, because it's on ISF, and anybody who's ever driven one of these things or been in one of these things knows they like to swing the ass end out and they love to keep it there. So I won't be surprised if this car drifts at all, but you never know. Sometimes certain people just can't drive certain cars. Like, for some reason, I just can't tune an R34. I don't know why. It sucks for me, but this is a big, long wheelbase car with a V8 in it, and I don't know. Should I bet twin turbos on it? Should I? I think I'm going to. But yeah, big, long wheelbase car, lots of torque. I expect to be able to drift this car because this is sort of right in my wheelhouse. This is the type of car I drift. So I would be disappointed in myself if I was not able to drift this effectively. But you never know. I am me, and I'm very good at screwing things up. So I wouldn't be surprised. So you'll definitely notice the relative lack of horsepower in this car. It only quote unquote has 629 horsepower or so. I think it was 629. And that's because mostly this car doesn't need that much power. In fact, I want it to have a little less power because I want it to have a little more grip, and that's something that I've found pretty common with tandem cars. And you'll also see in the alignment I use absolute. I'm not going to use any toe. So that's another thing. It makes it much more stable. You can still get a lot of angle. It's a different driving style. And hopefully I will show you that driving style effectively. Again, no promises, because I am very good at screwing things up. But other than that, the suspension tuning itself is pretty similar. The alignment and the differential are both pretty different, but you'll see that. I think I don't think I'm gonna put this car. I'm gonna lock the rear diff. I think I'm gonna leave it unlocked. But at this point, I'm just sort of trying to find things to talk about, because I want you, at least for this video, to see the tune that I'm going to be using. Yeah, let's do her on 80 and 8065. 8065 sounds good. Alright, so I will see you guys out on the track in a moment. Alright, so I have decided that I'm going to start this right here because people don't know how to drive, and that Skyline you see in front of me right now, he ran into me more than a few times. I think it's enough that in the first minute and a half I was 15,000 points down on the lead. So yeah, it was pretty ugly, and I'll just cut that out. So yeah, the car is good. No surprises there. It it loves kicking the ass end out, and it loves keeping it there, and it's really controllable. I might spend a little quality time with this car fine-tuning it, because I feel like the diff on deceleration will tend to swing the back end around a little too much. Thank you for staying on the wall. Oh my god. It swings the rear end out a little too much, but that's an easy fix. And I also think I'm going to dial in a bit more understeer because it is moving around a little bit. But it can definitely grab angle. And it's a pretty fast car too. Bye, Sicario. Sorry, it's muted. I'm just in a party because I decided to record this video now, and they invited me to the party before I started this race, so I thought I'd join. But anyways, yeah, no, I really like the car. It's a really good car actually, and I think 630 horsepower is plenty for this tuning setup. It is plenty for this suspension scheme. So I don't think I'm going to up the horsepower at all. But no, it's a really, really unique experience, I think, because it's actually a lot smoother than most of the cars I drive. This is not the first car I've tuned like this. I actually tuned a Chevy SS for tandem style, but this is even smoother than that. It's pretty impressive. Oh, wow. Yeah, this thing will grab an angle all day long. So yeah, I actually really, really like this car. And I mean, that's not a surprise. It's honestly, it's the very, very, very first drift car I ever made. One of my buddies had one. He got rid of it and got an S5, and then got rid of that, and now he's got a Jaguar F-Type. But he had this when I first met him, and he took me for a ride in it, and it was quick, but the rear tires never held traction. So I just decided I would turn it into a drift car, or try to turn it into a drift car. It didn't go well, but now that I actually sort of know what I'm doing, it's a really good car. I'm quite happy with it. So from now on, why do they keep joining and leaving? Holy crap, make up your minds. I shouldn't have stayed in the party while I was recording this. I'm sorry, guys. From now on, I would very much appreciate if you guys submitted some recommendations for my next car, or the car after the next one. I think I actually have in mind what the next car I will drive is, and I hope you will all be amused with my choice. No, it's not the Gurkha or the Hummer, I promise. But it should be fun, and that's sort of the whole point of this this video series. I just want it to be fun. So that's really what I'm aiming for. I'm not trying to do anything really crazy. I'm not looking for the next great drift car. I'm just trying to do some random stuff and have a good time, which is why the video is, or the series is called Does It Drift? Because it's all about if I can make something drift. And you can make anything drift. I'm not saying you can't, but some things are a little more difficult than others. And no, I will not be doing a limo. Everyone drifts the limo because they're like, oh, I want to drift something cool and different, and then it's everybody driving that. So I won't be doing a limo, no matter how many times any of you ask. So don't ask. It's boring to me, and it's ugly. The car is so ugly. It's hideous. Cadillac, why? You've been making some really good looking cars lately, and that thing just looks like a butt. Sorry, but no. So that's really all I've got today. It's gonna be an interesting series, I hope, and I hope it turns out well. We'll see. You know, you never know with these things until you get it going. So that's all for this video. Make sure you guys leave a like or a dislike, depending on what you thought of the video. If you do leave a dislike, please leave a comment below to let me know what I can do better. I really want to put out the best videos possible for you guys, so your feedback is much appreciated. and welcome. So anything you got to say to me, let me know. Make sure you leave your recommendations for the next car in the description or in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. We're getting into the more detailed stuff since we got all the complex things out of the way. So guys are all really good. It's a great change of pace to play with people who I can talk to and coordinate with.